I want to talk about the guy who I believe the Chicago Bulls need to be taking a serious look at. I look at this young man as a perfect fit for the Bulls. He's a two-way wing that the Bulls have been searching for. He's a 3-and-D player. His IQ is absolutely through the roof. He doesn't need the basketball in his hands to be an effective player, and I think that he could develop into a long-term piece next to Josh Giddey, next to Modest Buzelis, the perfect piece if you were going to end up moving on from Coby White. But even with Coby White on the team, I think he fits in perfectly there as well and brings you some of that defensive versatility. If you guys have watched me on Locked On Bulls, you know who I'm talking about here. I've been high on this young man from the beginning. Cedric Coward is him, and I don't think there's any way that you can allow yourself to miss on this opportunity to go draft this young man. I know some of the knocks on his game, right? I know that, when you look at the fact that last season he only ended up playing in 6 games due to injury, that there's a small sample size versus tough competition. He played at Washington State, right? That means that he wasn't playing against the best of the best every night, and it may be a little bit of time where he has to adjust to the NBA's pace and the NBA's physicality. But I'm telling you right now, if you're looking for your next Jimmy Butler with maybe a little bit better attitude, now depending on where you're at, 10 years to the NBA, but I feel like that guy who's just willing to come in, earn his spot and work, if you're looking for, and I think this young man can be, I'm this high on him. Right, this may bite me in the butt. This may come off as hot take culture, but when you watch this kid, this is how you feel. When you listen to him talk, this is how it feels. This young man, to me, could be the Anthony Edwards of this draft. I think he could be one of the best players taken in this draft. I think this would be a steal of a player if he does end up falling to you at 12. And based on recent workouts that the Bulls just did with Cedric Coward, and kind of how these mock drafts have gone, it does seem like he may be available for you at 12 or close to 12. Now, in college, he averaged 17.7 points per game, 7 rebounds, 3.7 assists on 55% shooting from the field, 40% shooting from 3, and 83% from the free throw line. His catch and shoot is one of the most beautiful strokes in college basketball right now. He's got some great court vision. I know the assist numbers are low, but as he's moving, he can take the ball off of the glass and set his team up if he needs to. I think he's a monster floor spacer. If you're talking about wanting to replace somebody like Zach LaVine, who was very good at spacing the floor for you, I think that this is an answer at that as well. When you take the size into consideration, right? You're talking to him about 6'6", almost 6'7", but he's got a 7'2" wingspan that he uses phenomenally on defense. I'm not going to lie to you. This is the player that AK has been looking for. This is what you hoped Patrick Williams was going to have the talent to turn into. And this is actually the guy who's the unknown guy. He's a little bit more known now because of the draft workouts and people talking about him and different things like that. But he is literally the unknown guy at the unknown school that AK always wants to go get. This is the year I need you to be AK. This is the year I need you to be looking at the dude that nobody else is looking at and say, I see D1 potential. I see NBA potential. I see superstar potential. That's who Cedric Coward is going to be. Defensively, for a wing, he was a block, over a block and a half a game last year. He does a great job defensively, disrupting passing lanes. He does a great job contesting shots. He's switchable 2 through 4. Even if he gets on a big man at this level, if you switch him on to Chet Holmgren, he's going to be a problem for Chet Holmgren. I think that he could relieve a ton of the pressure off of Ayo Dosunmu, and I guess if Patrick Williams returns to form, Patrick Williams defensively, like this is the kind of player that you need to bring in if you are the Chicago Bulls. I think this is your best bet to go out there and have a chance to get somebody who has a really high floor that also has a extremely high ceiling. I also love Thomas Sorber in this draft. I love Danny Wolf in this draft, but I think the floor on Sorber, very high, the ceiling, a little bit lower. He's kind of who he's going to be coming out of college. Danny Wolf, to me, I think that he has the floor a little bit lower there, but the ceiling is very high for Danny Wolf. But that floor, a lot lower than where you would think it should be. To me, this is the guy who has the high floor, has the high ceiling, shows you everything that you need to see from a two-way perspective, from an offensive perspective, from a three-point shooting perspective, from a finishing around the rim perspective, from an IQ perspective. This is the best player to me in this draft, not named Cooper Flagg, and I don't even think that it is close, if we're being honest. Maybe I'm sipping the Kool-Aid. Maybe this will come back to bite me 10 years down the road, but I want you to listen to this young man talk, and you tell me how you feel about him after you're done. Go listen to his interviews. Go listen to his pre-draft stuff and some of the podcasts that he's been on and how he talks about his game and what he does and doesn't do on the court. This is a young man that brings confidence to the floor, brings ability to the floor, and to me, he's the easy pick if you're the Chicago Bulls right now. I think he fits in perfectly. Let me know how you guys feel in the comments below. I'll be down there talking with you guys as well. As always, man, it's your boy Pat the Designer, back at it again. Y'all see how hype I get over Cedric Coward, bro? Like that's my pick. That's my pick. And I think this man gonna be a dog at the NBA level. Y'all let me know how you guys feel, man. Y'all stay safe out there, Chicago. See Red Nation, stand up. Let's hope we get this right. Peace.